Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a very special one. This is a how-to client makeup on mature skin, and as you can see I'm starting off with moisturizing the face. Then I started to kind of groom the brows, brush them with a spoolie, trim them up a little bit, and kind of reshape them to get all the flyaways and whatnot out. And then we went in with a brow pencil and started filling in the brows. As far as filling in the brow goes, I'm pretty much going with her natural shape. I'm not overdrawing it. I'm not creating my own arch to it. I'm just going with the most natural look and what her brows already do have, and just going with the flow that way. And as you can see, I'm taking some concealer, just cleaning up the brow, making sure that it does have that crisp, clean look. I'm using an anti-aging eyeshadow base, and we're just going to apply that on the lids. And then I'm going to take a skin tone shadow and just kind of start blending that in the transition area. For the lids, I went with more of a peachy tone and applied that right on the lid, and I figured that kind of warms up the eye and definitely brings out the skin tone as well as her eyes. And when defining a hooded eye, she does have a slight hood to her eye, so I'm taking more of the dark matte brown shadow and placing that above the hood, and that kind of helps lift up the eye. You're not going to want to put any of the definition on the actual lid itself, because that just pretty much gets covered up and you won't be able to see it. So that's another reason why you're going to want to put that above, especially where that outer crease is. And now I'm just taking a blending brush and blending out all of the shadow just so there's no super harsh lines. And I am using all matte shadows except for the brow bone area. I did put a little bit of shimmer in there just to make it pop. Going in with an anti-aging primer, and I'm just making sure I cover up her whole face, kind of prime it out, make sure that it gives it an even base before I apply the foundation. I do like to color correct before applying foundation, and this is where I'm applying the orange salmon shade underneath the eyes. That helps cancel out any blues and purples that you may have. And then I'm going in with the foundation itself. This one is the It Cosmetics foundation, and this is by far my favorite for mature skin, so I highly recommend it if you are trying to build a kit and you need something for mature skin. This is a great one. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlight underneath the eyes as well as the bridge of the nose and pretty much everywhere where you want to make your features stand out. I am not going as heavy on the concealer as I usually would, just because I don't want to cake the makeup on her and just make it look super unnatural. We're still going for a very natural look. So after I blend out the concealer with a sponge, I'm going to go in with a translucent powder and just set all of the highlighted areas. Now going in with a bigger, fluffier face brush, I'm just going to set the rest of the face and just lock in the liquid foundation. Now for the fun part, we are going to sculpt the face, and I'm going to start with using some bronzer, just kind of hit it in the hollows of the cheek and get a little bit on the forehead as well as the jawline area just to carve all that out. And definitely take note that I am going with a matte bronzer, and I'm also making sure that it's like a shade or two darker than her skin tone. We don't want nothing too dramatic, too drastic looking, just something very natural, because a little bit of natural definitely goes a long way. And then you can see right here I'm baking just the jawline area and throwing on some highlight, which is a shimmer, and that is the most shimmer that I will put on mature skin. And then I'm just topping off with some blush, and that helps blend in the highlight and the bronzer. Aw, look at my son. He just wants to cuddle his Nana. How cute! Just to finish up the eyes, I'm just making sure that everything is blended evenly, put a little bit of definition in there, and just like mainly blend out any areas that I feel like still need to be blended. Then I'm taking a brush and kind of defining the lower lash line area. I'm not going in with a liner. That just makes it look super harsh, and I don't really like that look. Of course, throwing some curls into the lashes and applying on the mascara. My mother-in-law has super long lashes, so I feel like she didn't really need falsies. I'm just adding a little bit of definition to the lid by placing a matte brown shadow on the lid closer to the lash line. And then right here, we're just going in with a little bit of baking underneath the eyes and around the nose area. I don't leave that on for too long. And as you can see, I'm just defining the lower lash line once again. Adding a little bit of highlight in the inner corners, and then I'm taking a nude tone pencil and putting that in the lower waterline. That helps make the eyes pop. And then I'm just dusting off any of the baking that I just recently did. Last but not least, we're going to start working on the lips. I'm just lining her lips as well as filling in the whole lip itself. That's going to help the longevity of the lip product that you're going to put on after the lip liner. And then we are just going to make sure that we're using a lip product that isn't matte. It's very hydrating, moisturizing, and something that definitely helps bring that pout out. With that being said, it's going to be more of a pinky nudish shade. We're going to go something which she feels extremely comfortable in. We don't want to go too bold on the look since we are going for more of a natural glam. And to seal the deal, we're just going to add some brow gel on the brows, and I'm going to set the face with some setting spray. And here's the final look. Doesn't she look gorgeous, you guys? I do want to thank my mother-in-law for helping me make this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.